Hello, family. Welcome back to the African Diaspora News Channel. I am Wongel Zelalem, and today we're talking about yesterday's match between Senegal and Morocco. You might not know this, but there is an African Cup that just concluded yesterday, AFCON, and it's, as the name suggests, it's a match between African countries, and then the winner of the winner wins it all, right? Takes the trophy home. So obviously, there's a lot at stake, and people take football seriously. Football for us might be soccer. If you're watching this from America, you might call it soccer. So during this match, and not just during this match, actually, let's go back to where it was being held, how it went, and why Morocco's act, not just as the organizers of the game, but also the actual fans that were part of this, how disgraceful it was, and how uncivilized, uncultured, uncouth, anything you want to put next to what they have done. Like anything will work right now, because it was really, really, really disappointing the way they handled other African football players. Morocco is in Africa. Morocco, yes, is a northern African country, but it is in Africa, hence why they're part of the AFCON, hence why they were part of this football match. And the way they acted during this match and before this match is telling on how they see us sub-Saharan Africans, and it was really, really, really disappointing. And hopefully AFCON has taken notes, and that's what they told us, by the way. They're doing their investigation, and they are going to come up with a conclusion. But regardless, what they've done is deplorable, and let's get into it in case you didn't watch. It has gone viral. But first, let's take a moment to say congratulations to Senegal, because Senegal won and took the trophy. Well done, my brothers. You did so well. You made us proud. It felt like most of Africa was supporting Senegal because of the way Morocco acted, and people were rooting for Senegal, even Algeria. And everything that we talked about yesterday, Algeria being anti-black, or not being really not welcoming Aisho Speed in a way other African countries have welcomed him. And we're talking about how some certain countries in Africa feel like they're superior, mistreat others, and so on and so forth. But even Algeria was supporting Senegal, not because they love Senegal and Senegalese people, but because they are fighting, or they're not in a good place with Morocco, their neighboring country. They're both northern African countries. So even the streets of Algeria was filled with people, thousands of people celebrating Senegal's win. So I don't want to take away from Senegal's win. They did so, so, so well. Well done. I saw snippets of it. I'm not going to claim that I am a football fan. I really am not. But I'm so happy to see them win, because the amount of, it felt like there was a lot of rigging, honestly speaking. And I understand why fans felt that way. The way things were going, it makes you second guess. But at the end of it all, they won, and they get the last laugh, right? So just so you get the idea, I'll go back, rewind, and tell you like how exactly Morocco gave themselves a bad name, basically. But before that, I want to show you after Senegal won, and the coach go and give press conference, and they talk about what they've done and all that. This is how the coach was treated when he entered the press conference room by Moroccan journalist.
Allez, Barca. Félicitations, c'est le
So basically, the journalist um, boycotted. They walked away, and they didn't even give the coach, the Senegalese coach, a chance to go ahead with the press conference. It got so bad that they wouldn't even allow him to speak, and they were so rowdy, he had to leave. And what kind of sportsmanship is this? Like, what is this? What's wrong with you? Like, someone said they're salty, but there's come on now, there's, yes, they were salty for sure, and spicy on top of that, but I mean, it's part of the game. You win or you lose, and you lost. Take that. Even if you're salty about it, still give this man his press conference. Act accordingly, act like you're professional, because these people were supposed to be professionals, right? In this setting, when he's addressing the people, they're supposed to record what he's saying, ask questions, and come and report to us. No, isn't that the journalist's job? But they would not even give him their ears, their mic, they refused. They basically refused. And it was shameful. Honestly, shameful is the word I would use to describe them. So, but by the way, it doesn't start here, sorry. So during this match, apparently they have been acting up, right? Specifically, when they had a game, the match between Morocco and Nigeria, and this was days ago, when they had the match, they were taunting the goalkeepers, they were taunting the players there, and hiding his towels. Apparently, when the goalkeeper is, doing his thing, I guess, keeping a goal, there will be like they need towels, like I guess they get sweaty to clean themselves up, and they put it right next to their net. But this is how they were handling the Nigerian coach and acting towards him. Wait for it, you'll see. Look, you saw right there, sorry, right there, I'll just show you. What you just saw is that's supposed to be, I believe, a security. Okay. It's just foolishness. He took the towel and gave it away. Gave it away. The towel that the goalkeeper is using. He went back, and this young man got another towel. And you can hear they're saying boo. Again, they jump out, one of them, get his towel. Smiling and just happy about themselves. Yet again, this young man went back and found another towel. This time he's giving them the finger. But like, this is another video. So this was what they were doing, what they were up to, right? So after they did this, and by the way, the towels that they were taking were spotted at a tea shop and stuff. Like, it's just so petty. And after they did that, obviously, the world saw what they did, Africans saw what they did, and specifically the Senegal team saw what they did. So when it was time for the match between Senegal and Morocco, Senegal put a guy up. They didn't take a chance with the towel, and they put a guy in charge. I believe he plays for France, if I'm not wrong. So they put a guy there that is now in this game in the AFCON. He is a goalkeeper as well himself for the Senegalese team. So you see, they literally have to guard their towel, and they look after they clean themselves, they give him back, and he's holding, look, they're trying to take away from him. Like, these hooligans are trying to take the towel from the young man. They're even dragging him, fam. Look at that. And this is happening live. He's trying to run away from them. Security is not doing anything, pretending like they're helping. Look at the security in a suit, pretending like he's gonna do something, running after him, like acting like he's there to save him, when he's like, in a previous video we saw the security themselves were taking the towels and throwing it away so that this football players won't be able to access it. What a shame! What a shameful act, honestly. And after this went viral, the AFCON said that they're going to do their research, not research, like investigation. They have footage and blah, 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 blah. We'll see. We'll see if they're going to do anything about it. But Morocco, for sure, needs to be on a list. Like, they need, I mean, there needs to be accountability, right? And by the way, it doesn't even start here, okay? In case you're wondering, oh, okay, they just took towels, they're playing around. In case you're saying that, when the Senegalese team arrived in Morocco, this is how they were received. Like, I'm pretty sure you know how athletes, when, especially when these are like the World Cup, African Cup, any kind of game, the players are given some sort of, like, at least a bus from the airport. They're given clearance because it's a security thing. They're traveling all the way over there to play, right? There's like some kind of like insurance that needs to go on. Not Morocco. This is how they received the Senegalese team for the final match. Wait for it. Look at that. Look at that, filled with people, no security, no one making a way for them, no one leading them where they need to go. This is a whole national team arriving in Morocco for a match, a final match, that is. And this is how they were treated. So the Senegalese government made a statement. Let me read for you. Was it the government or the football federation? Sorry. So this is what the Senegal Football Federation said in their. They communicated. They made an announcement. It's in French, so I'll just give you like the summary in English. The Senegal Football Federation has published a statement about a list of concerns ahead of Sunday's final and calls on CAF and the local organizing committee to rectify the issues. One, lack of security, which we've seen ourselves. Two, inadequate hotel accommodation. Imagine they did not offer them adequate hotel accommodation. Yeah, it just keeps getting worse. And thirdly, refusal to train at the Mohammed V complex, which is also the home base of Morocco. So apparently, when the host country, because Morocco was the host country, they were playing in their stadium. When outsiders, like another country, nation, comes to play there, they have to facilitate a stadium where they're training before the match, right? They gave them a place where they can be seen. And as you know, like when you're doing your practice and stuff, you don't want others to see, you don't want others to know what you're about to do. It's between you, like between you and your team. You're not going to disclose that, so they wouldn't give them the place that they're asking for in order to practice for the match. And lastly, the Senegalese Football Federation said there was insufficient tickets and access to stadium for Senegalese fans. They would not allow Senegalese fan to have tickets. Like, let's say if the what is it called, the stadium can facilitate 80,000 people. I believe I read somewhere they were only allowing them or giving them 2,000 tickets or something. Imagine that. This is a match between Senegal and Morocco. Of course, like, even if it's not going to be the same amount of tickets that will be allocated or allowed for both fans, because Morocco is the host country again, so they will have, in a way, an advantage, that you will have to be evenly distributing like the ticket, or allow them to buy so they can also have their fans there. It's not just your Moroccan fans that will be booing. And as you heard, we've heard the booing. I just played for you. They were booing and throwing stuff and stealing their towels. And by the way, I also saw after the match, and it was announced Senegal won. Good job again. Well done. Congratulations. Um, the Moroccan fans have attacked some of the Senegalese fans. Like, what are we saying here? Like, honestly, in 2026, it really, really does not paint a good picture of Morocco in general, because that's that representation we get to see, right? The same thing we were talking about yesterday when I Show Speed went to Algeria and Egypt and didn't have a great experience is gonna show, like, okay, how is the society towards me? Like, you can guess, or at the very least make an assessment. So, and by the way, I Show Speed also reached Morocco for this final game, and he was invited. He was a mascot. He well, they gave him something to put on, like a mascot, and it was revealed later to them that it was I Show Speed. A lot of fans were appreciative of that. They liked that he was there. But guess what? He also faced, it's just shameful at this point. Like, that's the word I keep repeating because that is the right word to use. We saw in an escalator, someone threw at him a banana. Yeah. So, or a toy banana from the video that we saw. So basically, as I said, North Africa is not countries, these three countries, they're not beating the allegation. Like, that's what it's giving at this point. Like, come on now, you do better. So yeah, that's what the Senegalese team had to say about it. And if let me see if I missed anything. Yeah, so yeah, I showed you the how the journalist treated the coach. So it's really not great. Not great. Do better. Morocco, the organizers, the football federation, do better. The people that are responsible for this game, generally in the games that are happening in Africa, football specifically, they said they'll do their investigation. Yes, we all saw what's happening, so do more thorough investigation, and let's see, let there be accountability. Let's not just talk about it, say that this is wrong, say that we will investigate and just let it go, because it's not right how our brothers were treated in Morocco when it's supposed to be an African match. And Morocco's, they're claiming to be part of Africa, right? If you're claiming to be part of Africa and wanting to be to participate, act accordingly. And as I said, majority of Africa was supporting, including Algeria, were supporting Senegal. But anyways, I'm so glad that they won. Um, Let me look into the chats so we can have a little bit of a conversation about this. Let's hear what you are feeling about this. Honestly, it's just ridiculousness. Todd said, Salam, congrats to Senegal. Yes, congrats to Senegal. Michael or Mikhail, we say Mikhail in my language. I believe it's Michael in the West, said, if you read Romans 10:9 to 13 and John 3:36, will show you things you really should think about. Okay, I will look. Romans. What is that? Tell us, what does it say? Because I can't look now. Dream Chaser said, hi. Hello there. Uh, Solange said, we won. Oh, no, you said who won. No, you're asking. Senegal won. Senegal won. And by the way, it was not easy. I saw some snippets of it, and the they were being given penalty. Even the penalty that they were being given, it just did not make sense, because the referee was saying that the Senegalese person, a football player, pushed the Moroccan. But when you look at the clip, they were both like trying. This one's trying to stop him. This one is trying to run. I mean, okay, that's very sus. On top of that, like, there was even a debacle where the Senegalese coach was saying, let's just stop this right here, because we're not being respected, they're not playing fair, we just end this. And he took the football players to their locker room. Eventually they went out and played and finished the game, and thank God they did, because they won. It was quite an intense match from what I hear and from the little that I saw. Byron said disgusting behavior. Couldn't agree with you more. Rare Jewel said shameful. Yep. Byron said Senegal won. Yes, they did. Dream Chaser said, "We all know that they don't like seeing us win. It was just very unfortunate, honestly. Like, this was their like the best chance for them to show off, to show their country, because it also helps tourism. When people see when this kind of matches happen, we get to see the country. People travel all the way to that country to see the match, and it's such a great opportunity for you to showcase your culture, your people, your country, and the way you are. And this is how you choose to show yourself. That's disappointing. African American said speak. Todd Wilson said it's deeper than the game. It's a cultural norm to denigrate people from sub-Saharan countries. Yeah, and unfortunately, we've talked about this quite a bit, especially I would say when it comes to Tunisia, as what we extensively cover that, because of how the actual leader was being anti-black, and when they were removing sub-Saharan Africans from their houses, their stores, and like physically, I don't want to say the word, hurting them. And yeah, it's very unfortunate that they are being. I don't want to generalize, because I'm pretty sure it's not everyone that's like this, but definitely the ones that are acting a fool are painting a picture, and they're showing us that, yeah, we're not welcome, basically. The Mango Man said they usually throw bananas. That is true. Even in Europe, I've reported on a couple of incidents where, when the players are black, even though they're representing themselves, like their own country, like the let's say they're British, or they're playing for France, or whatever the case may be, if they're black, that's their go-to, to throw a banana. Ridiculousness. Um, Byron said Senegal should never go back there, make the world remember. I mean, the world will remember. Now it's a time of social media. Like, every video that went out is there. And the silly thing from their side is they were filming every little thing and posting it, because they were happy they were doing it. They were happy that they were taunting this football players, and we wouldn't have most of this footage if they didn't post it themselves. Like, what? Make it make sense. And it makes me thinking, remember, like, it got me thinking. They were saying ultras yesterday when we were talking about I Show Speed, and them throwing stuff at him, and they were saying it's because they don't want him to film the ultras, because they have to hide their identity, blah 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 blah. Well, they are filming themselves and posting. How's that any different? A Rare Joel said, "Wow, and this is okay. Wait a minute, did you say banana?" uh, Stefan said, "Smaller things have caused wars." None of it said them need the sweat for what magic? I don't understand. Todd said, "How about lack of respect, lack of human decency, lack of professional courtesy, to name a few?" Oh, I love that. Yes. Lack of respect, lack of human decency. Yeah. Yeah, professionalism is out the window, not just with the football players and fans, with the journalists that are supposed to be professionals. Like, they wouldn't even give the poor guy a press conference after he won. They're just out of this world, honestly. If you watch some of the clips, you get like angry. That's my experience, because you just keep why, for what, why are you like this? It's a game, you lost, just take your L and move on and do better for next time. uh Wamo Petty said calf is a failure, always twerking for the for the Arabs. Definitely, like we will be waiting for the reports. They said they'll do their investigation. We will be sitting and patiently waiting for the report to come out. Hi, Coco. Coco joins us from South Africa. Yeah, that's true. Frank said, despite all their efforts to frustrate the Senegalese players still won. Yes, respect. If anything, the coach was the one that got irritated the most, and he called for the game to just like beat. He's like, I'm done. Let's not play. Um, and yeah, Cynthia said they tried to break their spirits in hopes of affecting their game. They lost anyway. Boo hoo for them. Exactly. The sweetest part of the story is that they still lost after doing the most. They still lost. And well done to our Senegalese brothers that showed up. Brogu said, hello, Angel. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. I'm enjoying your live streams. Awesome. Glad to hear that, Brogu. Thank you. Coco, congratulations to Senegal. Congratulations indeed. Jonathan said, colonizers, really? Yeah, it's sad, Wamo. Cynthia said they threw water bottles at I show speed at the game. I didn't see even this game they did. I know yesterday they did, and it was in Algeria. I didn't know they threw water bottles at him even in this one because he was like a mascot and no one knew it was him unless you are watching his live stream because he live streams everything. And as he was putting on the what is it called? Like the thing, the mascot, people were watching him live streaming. So but the ones in the stadium just watching the football match, they never got the chance to see. So it was an actual surprise for them, and a lot of them cheered, to be fair, and they were happy to see him there. But yeah, Coco said, just look at what is going on in Sudan. Sudan is a sad story. We need we pray for Sudan. We pray for Sudan. Wamo said, how can CAF allow Arab Cup? Well, it's not the Arab Cup. This is the African Cup. And as you know, Morocco, Algeria, all these countries we're talking about are still part of Africa, whether they like it or not. So they are part of it. So yeah. Yeah, that's true, Coco. Coco said North Africans don't even like to be referred to as Africans. It's a serious insult to them. I've seen a few, but it's so confusing because I also see some that are saying, no, that's not true. Majority of us, although that's not what we see, but majority of us identify as Africans. Well, like I remember, like when was it? A few months ago, the video went viral. A Ghanaian brother, I believe, is from Ghana. He went to Morocco and he's filming something, a restaurant or something. So the restaurant, I think, was manager. He was telling him, this is not Africa, my brother. This is not Africa. This is Europe. Look at our, what did he say? Look at the streets. Look at the blah blah. This is we're like Europe. And I don't think Europe accepts them. Europeans see them as peers, but they sure like to think, some of them sure like to think that. Yeah, oh my god, I just said this. Frank said the Moroccans see themselves as Europeans, not Africans. They attempted to join the EU several times, but they failed. Oh, that's funny. Um What? Yes, I heard this. I thank you for reminding me, Tai Bob. Senegalese shops and restaurants were looted yesterday night in Morocco. I heard that. I just was not able to verify that, so I was not sure. But imagine that if that's true, and I think it is because I've seen it in a lot of places. So I was waiting for like a national channel to pick it up just to make sure. But yeah, I heard that too. And someone was saying, oh, and if they did this, calling for, I don't want to say that here, but yeah. So Definitely. Someone said David, damn shame. Hi, Suzanne. Great show and God bless. God bless you too. With that being said, fam, I'm gonna conclude this live stream here. I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Stay blessed and bye.